Aresimama yesama machibiem no nsia bo ha ye time de okrunsia chiripon kono kasa fidie so ene ye kotonima abosome ne da toso aduonu nwotwe yamamu nyina chen sema wodo ekoso ye mam na no pe yatena se ye ba bebedi amamo sana pabrem no nsia akankase ensem ne de doso abusuapanyi kwabena hime na atwe no Obuasi asemu ema na ase Peter 10 na aboabo ano aseda piesie en confirma Reverend Mrs Ahinkra woni Pastor Philemon Okwame Opon sanse wa ma ba betia hesuo na kwan mu awo yaje baton no e ba bebe nsem ne de mamo mampan dada twantramani mahama kire se abai we nim de ne nisuo hunu nyina sa enunti na sidi na tifri na ekono ekose bodamfo bi a wachichen no pai emu nchechire mu no ye de ba na wowie no san de achawpa ema nwumanyuma wo mu wa manone a wo mababie bi wo mamu ya se memo mo nko sani o mo ko na manayem sisi memo mo nko pa achew achakra bosome nso ono beba wono oba oba be ye nneema ye ama mu nwumadie na san akoso eno nso emu nchechire mu na no pai ya tena si ye de beba na enumu no ena Bank of Ghana mpanimfo nso asset task force wo mo se sani asidi no dwane edwane no aya abochifo no a wo mu ni nkrata so wo mu bie sesamame no na wo mu abie no wo mu ka ho bi na amasidi no ene dollar no entimi ensi akan no ene nti task force for no ba ko di dwuma no nso nchechiremu no wa ha no pe yatra si ye de eba nsam no we nso ka ho
abusua saso ana mampanyi abedi echa ladi Dr. Mamudu ba omi atutu bidi amamne mampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama wo se wo ma ban mu anya kura na ye che wo mu de no ene so nsem ye hwese ye be cheche mu ade atem na pakwa sendum wono so kasa kira ban wo kire mu a ene 7.1 billion Ghana cedis aban ade GM bank no se aban twia na omo fa ne license en fan nsem no ntimi nsha anya adwuma ene so nsem ye be hwese be cheche mu de amamo
abusua ensem ni nie fasada piesie no mabon sex time medication wo mo se ya no pai sa wo pa ba bi de oba ko school anade na ba ho na eho no ye nkyere book nko ade ye kyere science technology ana afi mathematics ni nyina bi wo ho engineering ka ho ene ne ka bu man ye STEM no na bomode na de barebra ye kyere no science social studies English mathematics bibia bi ni asa kyere no ko be fa so e de ne nsa nwini bibie na book mu de na amoa no a ensa no de na timi aboa ne yesu ko school ba bi foforo kra na apese oba na besua STEM education ni bia wo de memenda ne kwasiada oba betro de no so yesa betreo ni nyina yensese ya bonsek de agu akwam se ne be ya nwumasua ebetimi atumpon wa ma konkro Ghana mhwehwe ye wo kira kwan e wo MTN office na kire ho amangwase anaso obe 0242 539747 0242 539747 so for tachi adama wa mo boy chi dom dia ko YouTube ho no ye Time FM 969 Time FM 969 ho no YouTube nti anu akọ na do adwentra for show no betimi ahwe yen arapa akenkefo ne ye me esirifi this year ofori nana kwame mafo mene
abna ajekumwa
afe yen hyansem na semfama mo na afi atwa mu no samanfo beka ya ene be sa abremu na sidi no ade akye ade sebia na edwane eno pa na enkomo okrom ya ye no mo se na mampani abedi eche Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia akra wawan enya ma we ne babeka se wa chi sidi no ede na koma IGP sa branda mpare ede safo na gu ni botom ene nti sidi de ezi ade wontimi ntukwan biem na eyede na ade ne kwa na ekoi ehurihuri ya koduru sidi nwotwe edu nwotwe 18 cedis ehona na dollar no ene sidi na ho de kokogina ye na eno mo de sise ebi gu akwa mu a ade ne hyase se eba fom afi kra hyase no nanam 12 cedis $1 na 12 cedis afi de yesi busumi inumimu enani ba enumimu yenim de asan ba sesia me no kase enra na dollar ne na 15.7 na yesa ka kra bi na 16 na yesa asan kosi anam enko besie ye koya yase abo sidi nani ahodi biem na eno no mampan dada John Dramani Mahama eno adwumade bi ekoso a eye ofo mo Ghana ha nyina omo summit e wonkran omo tonsa from mampan dada John Dramani Mahama se wonko na wonfa na no di semenko to dwane ho ena sremu sejata gonja de sekonkran wo trenda nchamachi pro wo so no we de ko to dwa se sidi na ati free na ati che no abanwe ya abanwe nhise ne omo nioma bi omo di gu akwa mu no ade a kotobeku ma amoa nwumanyuma ne titiri no wo no mo kra ne omo fra manone no nanso abanwe de anode ene tekyerema dade ne nyakura no omo ba omo se ye na sebi o ma me ewu na so wada dura na dwo a kwamba de wa me ehu ze o ma me no wada na so wawu ena sa twetwe hukunu be man so a wa woto deda ade ne nye mo be me nyina ehu ze enye na mo papa ye betimi di aboa no ya boa ma se ne be ye betimi ayeyi no mo ba mo seye eno ne ba bia sesi aye gina nti se ye po obi de sobo na bɔ no a mampani a wote so na be de akire ena afi mansuafo obohwe sikasam so na Bank of Ghana mpanifo ene emfa sobo ne mo mampani dada John Dramani Mahama nsem ni
respective industries and champions of economic progress. We are acutely aware of our country's current challenges and difficulties. Today we stand at a critical and troubling crossroads. Our beloved country, Ghana, has become a bankrupt, collapsed economy due to poor leadership of almost 8 years. This leadership has failed Ghanaians and yet refuses to accept or even take responsibility for the most reckless management of our economy known in previous history. This has plunged our nation into an unprecedented economic crisis and is reported to have pushed more than 800,000 of our fellow citizens below the poverty line. Unemployment has jumped to 14.7% from 8.5% in 2017, the highest level recorded in the history of the Fourth Republic. Inflation is above 25%, and current interest rates range between 30 and 50%. At 4 cedis to the US dollar has crossed the 15 Ghana cedi threshold, and there appears to be no end in sight to the deterioration of the poor cedi. And on a humorous note, this is long after government inaugurated a high-powered committee, 38-member committee, to investigate causes of the depreciation of the cedi in 2022. Despite this government appears unconcerned or unwilling to cut expenditure and continues to spend more on creature comforts instead of investing in the transformational infrastructure that will propel this nation forward.
Abusia gonja de sokonkura watena da nchamachi puru wosono wede mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama sremu sejata wano ne nsamano no na woto ne kasa yeso no adase ko se no ena o mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama echese sesi anu obeda so de bia no yesi dwumako bia o muframa no ne o mba bia o nkra bata wa Ghana o mabu mu ketebo mukọ ubabusemu a omusi o adwuma na ye no kra ye boka na sabi kwase na ye adwuma o boka kwase na tonkoko boka wa abra nsuo ne de ye ana sebi kwase ana ne fufuo nkwan so no na obi aba no be ya adwuma no oboka no obu ni ketem no okọ na mampan da John Dramani Mahama chese abai we ye oteso nyanhyehyɛ ye emfa mie bi enwuma emma temamufo nya bi nyai amanonefo no kwa aba bie bi no Ghana wonu mu omunni adwuma ye a wo mo da sole wo mo namba nkyere no makwa aba besi na ade mo nkofo no wo mo nkwa kura gina wo mo nchiche mu du 9 ane achiri ponum 14.5%. Ena ye unemployment rate wo Ghana na amanonefo ne kura de na ebua ne mponi o na so omunyina asem bu omu ketem no omu kwa se ne na asem kese na aba na eno no osre se wo besre nyuma ahodo no de wo munum nsuo ntwen ope omunye ne nkakra saa wo munye o madwene se wo munye adwuma ne moka na emu mo mpemfa so no momfa ntena Ghana na cha bosome nso achi wono Ghana mampanyin da John Dramani Mahama ono baba ye mampanyin de nsise ebegu akwam emeka bia wo mo abo no sa ban we apen so no wo mbeti nto mo ntwen kakra.
But we cannot despair over the poor quality of governance that has served us in the last 7.5 years. I wish to use this opportunity to appeal to you, captains of industry and the investor community, to tarry a bit more. Please don't leave our country. It is said that the darkest hour is before the dawn. The beauty of our democracy is that it affords us the opportunity to change our current trajectory. You can rest assured that a new NDC administration will work with you to create a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. Together, we'll expand your businesses to create more opportunities for an increasingly youthful population.
Abusia mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama enrada ewo CEO fo nkabo muku o mo nhye mudi o mudi ye de toso nwotwe wanka pumpuni mantamu eno de nsami atudwa.
Abusia na wa mananso ho a ebiemo na mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama saka se ase eye enwumanwuma no ago wo magane mu anase emebure ni adwuma ye no wo se fira fimpinu ni dunsun mu no na eye ohamu nchichemu eye du 9 na chiripo enso 14.5 At me, I should the call Hamunchichemu watching Nachiponum 8.5%. And also so, and I just said, what you say no inflation, also so. I will call a Hamunchichemu 25%. Every Diana or no Ekramunwa. I must say, draw Hunchichemu 50%. Nana just say, carry a yano, and a Mampenny da. John Mampenny abedi a like Dr. Mamudu Baumia so abe yano and watch him just say na Mampenny that John Dramani Mahama neka say one Sabio or mobile Nasica Samon Aton Serpese Amwakuni Adruna Atatia Pansamono one na Ekeka Sans in same way na was say Anya Sheno or Kaino say US dollar no or no buy no na and Shadanya Papebi and Omutimi Behe say Vidukrano. Nanya ni papa mu an yakwe wo se sabio enwumanyuma na ben ya wo chichi won fa enwuma ma o maga na mukra no be ohamu chichemu eye mienu na chiri po 2.1 million jobs e na chese aban yi ato ni Obuasi a watumi ede aba enye fedi agro na wo se ankankra enwuma kokra no mo bie kra de won hyeda enkan fanka ho enti wo kan de a kire mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama se so apasam waka won gwa ho no ne de na wo ye no won fam to afra se de no wonya se wo fa ne de na no wo de to sabre wa bre onim se bibia akosoro.
This economy that he was managing basically turned down. Unemployment was very high. We endured 4+ years of doomsday. Agricultural productivity declined. GDP growth in agriculture was very, very low. Industrial growth, because of doomsday, also collapsed. And they had to cancel teacher training allowances. They couldn't pay. They had to cancel nursing training allowances. They couldn't pay. They had a 3-month pay policy for teachers, for working for 3 years and be paid for 3 months. Chalk in school was a problem. Many parents were not able to educate their children because they couldn't afford senior high school education, and the government could not. Even if you cannot buy chalk for schools, how do you have free senior high school education? Investment in TVET was very low, and all of that. So this was the background against which we came into government. And if you look at what we have done in the last 7 years, and we are now in our 8th year, it is very clear. If you look at all the routine things that governments do in the area of development, we have done much more and performed much better than his government. With all due respect, we have. If you look at the agricultural sector, for example, the growth rate in agriculture is twice what he left. Even in the presence of this crisis, we are doing about a 6% average growth rate in agriculture. And he left us with about 2.something%. So industry, we are doing better than what he left. So you are talking about an economy that has collapsed, but that collapsed economy is performing better than your economy that you left us. We have created more jobs, 2.1 million jobs, than any government in the Fourth Republic. He was creating unemployment with doomsday and everything. We are creating jobs, 1.2 million jobs in the public sector, 975,000 jobs in the private sector. And all of this is data that we have put out for everybody. We've constructed more roads than any other government in the Fourth Republic.
Ayan sama mampanyida da John Dramani Mahama beke ka se wono na pension na US dollars na e for Ghana cedis pen to US dollars nanso enkofo ya pension was 15 Ghana cedis na $2 baako ya eno so nam so mala Dr. Mamudu Baumia be yi ano se he wo wa mo na nim kana menemu na won hye ne de no ase bi wotete pansa me no asem na won keka
anapa no nsia kankase ha ya time de okrusia achiri ponko no kasa fidie so yegusua wo mpoano de ne ati anwem enti sikasem ho ene ne ntotoye no ene kwan e befa so ayesidi ne betimi agina ne nanso no emu nkomo ne yedie na onsa ade ne bekọ baba nyina no ya chichiri mafunu ne ekeka madampan ensem ne nyina na boboa no de kowie Bank of Ghana na panyi kwankyerefo ono da Bank of Ghana no ye Dr. Ernest Addison na wono nso no ekire se saa sikasɛm ene ne ntoto yɛsidi ne dollar na ho ɔde asesi ano ɛmfa na asene za ite powers ene ya my Tyson no ɛyade se wɔn de nhyehyɛ begu akwam na nhyehyɛ ne baako ne se wɔn mu a wɔn sesa sika wɔ mamu ya forest bureau fo no ya wotumi krata bi de ma wɔn mu timi yɛ saa adwuma no wɔn yɛ no nanso no enkrofo bi abochifuo bi aba abɛfrem ene wɔn mu nim ba bi wɔn nya wɔn sika no ene wɔn atɔ dollar na guwa se chapo ene obi pɛ bia esanse wo pɛ bi nti de wɔn pɛ no na wɔn de agye wo ene nti wo bɛkɔ ne yɛse o dollar ne de Bank of Ghana for the rate ne bɛba enso abochi ne dollar ne sanse obeko Bank of Ghana hono na abochifo na nkasa koto me pe dollar de akokra ne aba onya dollar ni bia wan fa nkakra ne no no de akogu ni dem no oton mai sofo atam wo me na pe dollar de akobo so maze o me kra me dollar open ma me dollar boys ne sa o erinti wo mu ni sise begu akwamu a wo mu bete task force bedwako bia wo mu na beko mantam no makwa yi sa abochifo ni nyina de aba ne edo mladi wo mu sanso wo mu ni tumi krata wo mu so ka ho bi dollar na teaching Dr. Ernest Addison
pressures on the foreign exchange market. The bank has taken steps in the past few weeks to directly absorb foreign exchange needs of some corporate institutions, and this has led to a reduced pipeline demand for foreign exchange from the commercial banks. The bank is fully aware of the operations of illegal operators in the foreign exchange market and is working with the Financial Intelligence Center to sanitize the market. Foreign Exchange Bureau monitoring will be stepped up to ensure compliance with their regulatory framework. In line with this, all foreign exchange bureaus advertising rates outside their premises and on social media platforms must immediately desist from the practice. The bank has set up a task force to monitor all the foreign exchange bureaus to ensure compliance. The foreign exchange market is also affected by sentiments and pronouncements made in this election year, and we urge all to manage pronouncements which weakens confidence in the local economy. From importers diverting foreign exchange demand requirements into informal markets, increasing speculative demand for foreign exchange. The Bank of Ghana, however, has adequate reserves to manage these shocks to the foreign exchange market, having added over $600 million to the current foreign exchange reserve levels over the first 5 months of the year. The improved reserves position is also backed by strong liquid monetary gold holdings of over 26.6 tons, estimated at $2.1 billion as a result of the very successful domestic gold purchase program. The Bank of Ghana remains fully committed to provide stability in the exchange rate for the cedi. The bank has enough foreign exchange reserves to support the market, and economic agents should stop engaging in speculative purchases, as they will suffer economic losses when the correction occurs. The Bank of Ghana.
Abusia eniati ye Dr. Ernest Addison, penny kwanche for Bank of Ghana Jumako no danwo, ena wadi nsɛmfo ya tu abusia nyina so ne na ya homra sima ya ba akase no ebekɔ nanim.
For foreign to make
abusia yeba na se Peter 10 na keka ne nyoma na bom ade no Peter ana yenko yento aso yo abana yase yento aso yeba na yekoyenim
abusia yeto akase ba no so ade amamo yentensi eye pakwasi eye ndum na kache wono na Gold Coast ene Black Shield eye ne dia na abusia wansa fimpinu ni dunsum wo aban ye se wo ye banking sector clean up na chese bank ya osusu se da chebegu nyina no aban hase se wode enhye etoso ya woma womu enye adwuma na no na bi kan no na sabrei wono atimi ayensentwerefo nhyiamu nsentwerefo nhyiamu no mo no wode to ayensentwerefo no misa wonte ase de ntia aban egugu banks asebio wo mo be good ache ne egu ne de ne kan ho firi se wo se na ne bibia e de da na kwan mu ana de toso mienu na aban e de ono ne ka 7.1 billion Ghana cedis eno eye ka na aban de no firi se opre finance eye project na che se asset si adan ni ya kwan for begigi ska e wo ne ho a mo de bi ko hye akwan ye akwan tane ade ti sanka sa sika na aban tua wo mo ka mo betua ne kan ko wo sika pa enya no nko a wo se aban cross abobo besia e wo ne ho a sa sika nyanka aban tuatua sa sika ni nyina no a anko benya sika sabio kase pa wo ne bank ni mu nti wonte ase de ntia aban betwa ne ho ko hono nsuo no wati fi ba na fo bebusa se adan na nsuo na hono wo se animu ya wo sha aban se ni sika wo mo de ni nyina na wo mo emfana de emfama no wo mo wi a ne document ene eye ne license abodin krata abanji free ne se won hwe na de be ma no watimi a sha adwuma na se na won a wo musika wo mu nyina wa hyase echiachia de ama wo.
What an investment company does. You don't go and dig a hole in the ground and then when you come I go and dig it back up and say here is your 1,000 or 2,000 Ghana cedis. We invest the money. And where do you invest the money? It means you give loans. You give credit. You pre-finance or finance activities. And because we know the importance of infrastructure development in this country, we decided, Group Indo, not just GN Bank, but Group Indo, including what used to be called Gold Coast, now Black Shield, we decided that what Ghana needs the most is infrastructure development. And if nobody's credit is good, should that include government? Government's credit should be good, not so? Yes, sir. So if you decide to give money, credit, to finance the activities of Ghanaian contractors, that money, it should come back. So where is that money? That money is with the government of Ghana and its agencies, and they know. They know. The former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, knows. The current finance minister, Dr. Amin Adam, he knows. The head of Cocoa Board, we financed cocoa roads. They used to be the safest activity you can engage in. We invested in schools. So many schools that you might see here and there, it is monies from our companies that pre-finance them.
Abusuanti pako sindum no wase contractor se de ne kanti abanso de ne ka wase aban entria na animu ya umfa ne license mfampi ne so.
Abusua anapa yemfa nsem ninsi ye de asi abusua panyi kwabena heme ne samu ma na ase Peter Tender eboabo ano phobia de ne de free Obuasi tutuka na de aba wase Ghana for emma omure mfim ampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama na wono na beka kire say ye short memory Ghana for pedum so a na ye mia 1 say pese free education twa so a na ye mia 2 abane de ba umiafa breaking the 8 possible so che ono abukọ kwatin ena afi ono abu Dr. Patrick Boachi Adom ena obatampa first na ekua emisa arapa mi di de sirfidi she ofori nana Kwame Mafo menen
Abna ajekuma
abna unum nya akoto kese
debi
unum memfango biabia bidie so excavator for nisisi na omo for my fufu rabi ho enye backless echiwo no excavator for na street uram sana ha shangara no na ne store wonchen wa otinkampro ozi na ne birthday na blessing ha ma adwene sa
dia blessing
blessing nyonko pa no blessing ne kalakuta omo nyonko ntinya ako mjidisa no pewuti yema happy birthday why na no wanya say 30 say when dia be ma me abro nti yema ne happy birthday na say Peter Tender ene boabo ansem na no yeba na yede mo nsuo na ba beto so
Ghana for pet tasty tom tomato